Hello and welcome to this session in which we will discuss what is a budget and what roles do a budget play in a business. First, let's talk about a budget. A budget is a formal way, is a structured way. It's a detailed plan that's going to translate an organization goals and objectives. The organization sets goals and objectives, whatever those goals and objectives is. Gain a certain market share, expand in a certain market. It's going to translate those goals into measurable financial terms. We are going to put the goals into numbers. And when we do so, for example, we would budget our revenues, we will budget our expenses, and don't worry, we will work a budget from A to Z later on. The budget would also reflect the resources required. What assets do we need? What inventory, supplies? If we need any funding, resources required, and what's the expected outcome. So this is a budget. Now, a budget will quantify. Think of it as a map. It's a map that takes you from where you want to go through financial figures. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to materialize, but at least you have some sort of a plan, and that plan is written and in form of numbers. It quantifies management's intention, management's goals. Management wants to do certain things. It tells you, here are the numbers that you need in order to achieve your goals. It outlines the specific amount of resources needed. What resources do you need to get to your goals and objectives? Now, this is what a budget is. Don't worry, we're going to work a complete budget. So and I hope you are familiar with the term budget. Basically, even on a personal level, you need to be familiar with a budget. Basically, looking at your revenues minus your expenses and building a budget, but we'll work one. But also from an organizational perspective, a budget serves multiple purposes other than translating the mission, the goals into actionable monetary numbers. It's a tool that's going to help us with planning, help us with control, motivation, communication, and goal congruence. And I have a list, and you know anything about Farhat, once I have a list, I go over each of these lists separately. So I'm going to go over how does a budget helps in the following critical tools: planning, control, motivation, communication, and achieving goal congruence. Let's go ahead and get started. Before we proceed any further, I have a public announcement about my company, farhatlectures.com.
Hello everyone. Are you struggling with your CMA exam preparation? Do you feel that your review course is moving too fast, too brief, or not covering topics in depth? Well, if that's the case, at Farhat Lectures, we can help you. We build your confidence through in-depth explanation, not memorization or reading the slides. What we will do is we provide baby steps approach to break down complex topic so you can truly learn, understand the material. How do we do so? We offer video lectures, we offer practice MCQs, we offer true-false questions, we offer exercises, we offer the notes. Understanding the material is the first step in passing the exam. Once you understand the material, you have gained the confidence to pass, and you can pass with Farhat Lectures. What can you do now? Start your free trial. You have a 2-day free trial. Take a look at it. Give us a chance. Your risk is zero. You like it, you keep it. You don't like, you cancel. Give us a chance. We can help you pass the CMA exam.
First, we'll start by discussing a budget as a planning tool. Think of a budget, something you write down. It's a plan. You are planning. A budget acts as a written plan. So what does it mean? A written plan in contrast to what you are thinking about. So the organization cannot be thinking out loud without putting something in writing. Now, why does it have to be in writing? Because once it's in writing, it compels management. It forces you to evaluate the assumptions. Why are we planning so? So put it down in writing so we can evaluate the objective. And we do so during the budgetary process. Put it in writing. Now, why is this important? Because once you evaluate your assumptions, what are your assumptions? Assumptions are things you are assuming will happen. So once you know something is going to happen, let's assume you are projecting sales of $1 million of product X. So if you want to produce Let's call it product A. If you want to produce product A, you're expecting $1 million in sales. Well, that's the assumption. How does a budget helps you? It's going to help me foresee potential challenges. If I need to produce product A, I need direct material, I need direct labor, I need to allocate manufacturing overhead. Therefore, a budget, once I put the numbers down, it challenges my assumptions, and by doing so, it helps me overcome, foresee potential challenges. So I don't want to start producing A and I don't have enough resources. So that's why a budget will address those escalations down the road. For example, anticipation of raw material shortage is part of the budget. You would know if you are going to have any shortage based on your assumptions. You could anticipate shortage, and that's one great tool for a budget. It helps you in planning. You may need to raise money. You may need to borrow money because of your plan. If you want to produce those units, product A, you may want to go to the bank today and get the loan. Otherwise, let's assume you get there and you don't have resources. What would happen if you plan for something and you did not plan for it properly? You did not prepare yourself through a budget and you need the material. Yes, you might be able to buy the material right on the market when you're producing the stuff, but it might cost you more. You might have to expedite shipping rather than buying it in bulk, and from a supplier, you might have to rush it through air, and as a result, you pay more. So that's why it will help you anticipate shortages. Overall, it helps in guiding operation and supporting better decision making compared to firms without setting goals. So always think of a budget. Two firms, one company is using a budget, the other is not. The company that's using a budget can always plan better, anticipate shortages. And this is one of the things that a budget will provide, a planning tool. The second tool is a control tool. Well, what does it mean? What do we mean by control tool? The budget serves as a strategic mechanism for cost control by setting cost guidelines. So when you create a budget, you tell your middle level management, lower level management, upper level management, everyone that's involved, and we're going to see how we communicate this information, how much they can spend. How much they can spend. Well, if we tell them how much they can spend, we can hold them accountable. Then what we do, we compare actual spending, actual expense against what we allocated to them, what's allocated to them in order to run their operation. Then we would know how well they are using the resources, efficiently or not. So it's a control tool. For example, a manager would say, I need an X number of hours for direct labor. Well, I'm going to give you those hours. Can you achieve your objective? Well, if you took more, well, why? We need to understand why. Well, now you know you have that limited amount of hours, then you need to work with it efficiently. So it's a control tool. Same thing with direct material. And what we do later on, we would learn a lot about variances. And in variances, we study those variances, those deviation from what we gave you, in resources and what you actually spent. So basically, this is how much we gave you. This is, for example, this is the expected and this is the actual column. But we'll look at that later. As a result of this control tool, it's going to encourage managers to act responsibly. Specifically, responsible financial behavior. Why? I am holding you accountable. How? Through a budget. I told you how much you can spend. Therefore, that's how much you can spend. Well, and if you stay within budget, how would the budget help me? It will help me evaluate how effective you are as a manager, and down the road, it will help me with your promotion and it will help you in your growth career. So if one manager is constantly meeting budget expectation or even doing better than the expectation, what's going to happen? The company should reward this manager by promotion, by bonuses, by raises. So you will evaluate, it will help your career growth, and it will help management conserve resources for the shareholders. Those are additional tools. So also it functions as a self-evaluation tools. You as the manager, you have a budget. You need to ask yourself, why am I not doing as well as other people? It's a self-evaluation. So that's another tool of a budget. It's a control tool. The third role that a budget plays in an organization, it's a motivational tool. What is a motivational tool? It's going to inspire you. It's going to encourage you to do what? To work harder. How? When the people are involved in the budget preparation process, when you involve people, when you tell them, and we'll talk about budget participation process in the next recording, when they are involved, they buy in, they own the goals. And once you own the goal, once you set your own goals, you are more motivated to achieve those goals. Hopefully you don't lie to yourself. That's the assumption here. So it encourages managers to commit to adhering to the budget when they contribute to its creation. So if you let management participate, and we'll talk about that later, in the budget process, they are committing themselves to this budget. Now, bear in mind, the budget needs to be viewed as realistic and attainable for maximum motivational effect. So you cannot create a budget that's unattainable. Basically, it's going to demoralize, because if you cannot attain the results, managers will be demoralized, and you don't want to make the budget too easy to be attained. So it has to be realistic and attainable. It's a balance. Now, bear in mind, companies will prepare more than one budget, and we'll talk about that later. They'll have a static budget, and they will have a flexible budget to help employees see them as a guide rather than restriction. So why? Because some employees, they see budget as a constraint, as a restriction, as an obstacle. Therefore, what you do, you tell them, look, this is the static budget, but also if the level of volume changes, the budget number should change. And we'll talk about flexible budget and static budget later on. So this is a motivational tool. It helps you stay motivated that you are achieving your goals. The other critical role that a budget plays is communication tool. And this is important. Why? Because once you have goals, you have to communicate those goals to everyone in the company. And a budget is a good way to do it. And you don't only do it, you do it in terms of numbers. And when you do it in terms of numbers, it helps you allocate resources, assist in resource allocation, and ensure the units can achieve their objectives with those resources. So once I tell you, you have a goal, and you need to translate that goal into actionable plan, then give me the resources. Translation of goals by assigning resources. I cannot do my work if I don't have resources. Well, the budget will dictate how much resources am I getting. So senior management participation in the process ensured effectiveness, but should not always dictate numerical details. So we'll talk about that later on. I always keep saying about budgeting process. Yes, senior management will set the budget, but they should have some input from lower or other middle level management. And communication will help consistency across departments. Why? Because we don't want to have conflicting goals within the budget. For example, you could have sales and treasury people. The sales people, they want to have as much inventory as possible because they want to have inventory ready for their sales. The treasury people, they want to conserve cash. They want to meet the minimum level amount of cash. Once we have a budget, we can sort all of this out right up front and communicate this information to various parties within the organization. So another tool is a communication tool. The other tool that the budget play is goal congruence. What's goal congruence? It means everybody working in the same direction. When we notify all departments and employees of the company objective, we make sure that they are working in the same goal. So we align strategic plans and capital budget with operational plans. So we have big plans, strategic plans, and we have capital budgets, which is our big decisions. Then we have operational budget. We're going to talk about these budgets later on, where it's run day-to-day operation. So if we're selling 1,000 units in the capital budget, we need to give resources and tell the people on the lower level, we are going to give you resources to meet this budget and the master budget. So there's a goal congruence. There's synchronizations of goals. Everyone is working in the same direction. Long-term goals with daily operation for cohesive execution. So what the upper people want, same thing as the middle people, same thing as the lower people, and the budget can communicate this information and provide resources. Let's take a look at this multiple choice question from farhatlectures.com. You could see this on a CMA, CPA exam, or in your accounting courses. In a manufacturing company, the budget helps management anticipate material shortages that could cause production delays. This function of the budgeting is best classified as what? Is it control, planning, goal congruence, or motivation? Well, what's motivation? Motivation means through the budget, managers are motivated to achieve goals, to achieve revenues, to stay within a certain level of expenses. That's not what we are discussing here. We're anticipating material shortage. Is it goal congruence. Goal congruence means everybody in the organization working in the same direction according to the budgeting plan. This is not what we are. It's not helping. We should all be working in the same goal, but doesn't apply here. Is it a planning tool? What's a planning tool? Planning tool means you are planning about the future. And if you plan for the future, you have to anticipate certain things. One of them is material shortage, funding shortage, capital budgeting money, so on and so forth. So yes, the budget would help and anticipate material shortage, and that's form of planning. Control is when you use the budget as a form of communicating how much someone can spend or what's their expectation of revenue generation. You are controlling. Why? Because you are going to look at what they did, compare it to what they would have been expected to do, then make evaluation on their performance, which is variances. So the answer for this is B. Now bear in mind, you need to be familiar with all the terms: control, planning, goal congruence, and motivations. Those are what? Tools that a budget can serve. So this is an introduction of a budget. The next we're going to look at the budgeting process. What should you do now? Go to Farhat Lectures, look at additional MCQs, invest in yourself, whether you are a CMA candidate, CPA candidate, accounting students, or studying for a professional certification. Farhat is always here to help.